My name is Joe, and I'm here today to tell you how to use some of the functions on the Accademia, including one of those being the test mode function on the Accademia. This can be helpful if you've experienced an error code with the machine or something in particular that doesn't make that much sense to you. Maybe something is registering in the machine as not in, a brew unit's not in correctly, or something like that. You can't remove your brew unit if it's stuck. So we're going to test a few things today. What we'll say before we start on this is that some of the other test functions on different models will be completely different. So this test function is just solely for the Gaggia Accademia and for no others. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to actually access the test function first. So switch on at the back. And there we are. We're into the test mode.
So it needs to be relatively quick to actually press those, otherwise...
You need to be fast.
Yes. So it's clean, espresso, cappuccino, and the steam.
Yes.
And very quick succession.
Clean, espresso, cappuccino,
and that comes
water.
to this particular mode here.
This is your home screen on the test mode. Page 1, essentially.
And it's a software version.
So yeah, this is obviously the software version that's currently installed on the machine at the top there. You've obviously got
some information on the software.
Yeah, this is all
so
to
the functions are are shown on the page 2. Is that right?
That's
page
correct.
2.
Yeah. So we're going to switch to
page 2.
You can see the menu bar here at the bottom. This is your escape button, and these two buttons change the page that you're on. Obviously you can see that we're on page 1 because we'll be in between 5, which is the end, and 2. So switch to 2, and this will bring up things regarding the brew unit on the inside. So the white buttons are actually what's in the machine, what's actually the machine is telling you that's in. So at the moment the brew unit, this is saying BU, which stands for brew unit, in the home position. This means that the brew unit is present in the machine.
So if you take the brewing unit out, that will actually switch off.
That's correct. I'll show you that in a second. And then this is your brew unit door, which means that that's
open
closed.
that door.
So if I just open the door slightly, you can see that light goes immediately off there.
Yeah.
So if I open the door even further,
yeah,
and I just slightly remove the brew unit, you can see that the brew unit is not present in the machine.
And the dreg drawer can be removed as well.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that as well. So you can see the dreg straw.
So it's all now in the right position, and it's actually in the home position as opposed to a work position.
That's correct, yeah. So you can actually, with these buttons, these are the functions that you can actually try and control with the machine.
So if you're stuck with the brewing unit in the wrong position,
you can't remove
you could go into the test mode, and then you can put it to home position.
Yeah,
so when you press the home position...
The home position, it means that the machine is in the removable position. So you're just going to press to that
those 4 buttons, espresso, cafe, and cafe lungo, and the steam, represent these 4 buttons there. Is that right?
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
So there, 1, 2, 3, and 4 there.
So if you press the steam button, that will be the 4th button, which is BU, go home.
Yeah, so that's going to put that in the removable position, the brew unit.
Okay.
So that's what you always want to have the brew unit in.
But if you wanted to test the coffee or something, you will put it to...
Yeah, if you wanted to test pump pressure on the test mode, then you're going to put it in the work position, which you press and hold.
So you can hear that it's actually going to its home position.
Yeah, and that says here that
working position.
It's in the work position now.
Yeah.
So we'll move it back. Oh, should we keep it in the work position, test the pump?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, so as well, another thing to mention on page 2 is that you've got your dreg counter at the top there. A lot of people get confused by this. This is actually how many per coffee it will tell you how to remove the dreg drawer. So it's always set to 9. So a lot of people think that the machine errors and says that you need to remove the dreg straw when there's only 1 puck, but what it's actually doing is just counting how many coffees you're doing. So if you were to do 4 and remove and clean, then it's going to register that it's still got 4 in, even if it's empty. So
very good.
Just a little bit of information there.
So we're going on to the next page.
To page 3, yeah.
So page 3 gives you the pump, pump 1 and 2.
Yeah, so you've
got... the EVDC 2, 3, and 4 are the electro valves.
Yes.
They are the solenoid-like valves that actually release the water, isn't it?
That's correct, yeah. And you can also see here that the water tank is registered in the top here, so you can just...
If you pull that out, that will actually go off. Yeah, that's good. So how do you get the water through the brewing unit now? You have put it on to the home work position.
So that's
So
already been
you need
sorted
to
on
actually
page 2.
press the valve as
So
well.
you need to make sure that the machine is going to be okay to run hot water through.
Yeah.
So you press this button, which
turn it on, yeah.
with the hot water.
And then you press the pump 1, is it?
Pump 1, that's correct.
Pump 1 then should bring some water through here. That's nice. So that can be used even for rinsing if you have a problem with the...
Yeah, and it just tests the pressure as well. You want to be able to see that nice flow through there.
And
again,
you can get water through the steam pipe as well.
Through pump 2, yeah. This is going to come from this wand here.
Yeah, good.
And obviously you've got your steam function here. If you want to heat the machine up for the steam function, you can do. Obviously the other thing as well is that this is actually registering the carafe is present as well. So if you remove there, you can see there that's nice.
So what's on the next page?
So let's go page 4. So this is all your grinder information. So you can see what dose it's set on, bean factor, the actual bean door is registered, so you can lift that out. You can see that the light goes straight off there as well. That's another switch there that you need to, if it's saying that your bean door's not in when it is, then you can check if that micro switch is registering that door there.
Okay.
And obviously you've got your cup heater, so you can actually press that to turn the cup heater on.
So you can test your grinder with this, can't you?
You can,
independently. But make sure that you take out the grinds once you have finished it, because that's not going to eject it. So it's just checking one function only.
And obviously you grinder go, and it'll show you your grinder pulse. As soon as you press that button, it'll tell you the kind of revelations that the grinder's
So it's quite a useful system to have if you have a problem. The person who is using the machine can do it. You don't need to send it out up to a point.
Yeah.
If you have error codes and such like, you may want to first of all test this, go into test mode, put it on to test mode and try it.
This is really the consumer's way of diagnosing an issue with the machine, or even just day-to-day testing with the machine.
It's a bit advanced for sort of a basic user, I think, but it's quite useful. If you and also you could call the helpline and we could talk it through as well, couldn't we?
Yeah, of course, and it shows again the Gaggia Accademia's qualities to be able to do these kind of things with the computer in it.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
So you're going to show us on other machines, and we will keep watching those videos.
Yeah, we'll keep our viewers up to date on Gaggia Cafe TV.